Hey, I look a little different today because coming up is the holiday, the European holiday, Midsummer's Eve. Now, if you're like, oh, I've never heard of that, or like, Amy, isn't that like a feminine wash? Yeah, they took the title. Whatever. A Midsummer's Eve is a holiday where, like, folklore has it, like, pixies and fairies come out and all this, like, crazy stuff happens. You know, think of, like, Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. That's what that's talking about. And I kind of went with a gypsy-esque makeup style. It's June 24th, so I don't know if this video is coming out before or after the actual holiday, especially in the UK, you know, time differences, whatever. But I thought it'd just be so fun to do something really different in the middle of the summer. And this is all made from stuff that I had. So if that's something that you're thinking would be really, really fun to just like whip out, I say go for it. If you like what you see or are just interested in what the junk is going on, please keep watching. Hey team! I feel like I haven't filmed in a while, so I'm ready to be back. I want to start with color correcting because I've got some storms brewing and I really want my skin to be, there's a fruit fly in here and it's gonna be the death of me. And I really want this skin to be top notch. There is, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna tell you a small story, sort of. There is a particular thing I think of when I think of Midsummer's Festival or Midsummer's Eve. And that is like Victorian, kind of like Gibson girl, like picnic in the forest type situation. And that was going to be my other look, my other like Midsummer's Eve look. But I kind of decided to go a little bit darker. I decided to go with more of like, now I don't know how to describe this without people like jumping down my throat, but more of like a Wicca style. And because Midsummer's Eve can have some different implications with like the full moon, and that's why all sorts of like ruckus goes on in the forest and like all these pixies come to life, and there's all this stuff happening because of various crazy things happening in this change of the seasons and stuff like that. So that can be part of it. Like there's this giant crazy like hippie festival at Stonehenge and they watch the sunrise and they like get temporarily married to someone for the night, and like it's just like crazy. But kind of the way that I see it is just like it can be as much of that or as little of that as you want, but it kind of feels like gypsy-y, and so I was gonna kind of do something similar to this that was like gypsy inspired for Halloween, but I really like the direction this is going. I think it's just fun, and I'm not meaning for it to be political or religious or anything. I think it's just a fun holiday, and I don't exactly know even like what they're celebrating, but I don't feel the need to get like all sorts of weird about it. I prepped my skin with the Smashbox Primerizer, and I'm gonna do full foundation for this. You guys haven't seen me do that a lot, but it's because I'm not actually going to like a Midsummer's Festival, and I don't need it to last all day and all night, but I do, it's pretty light for me right now, but I do want it to look nice in the finished product. So I'm rambling too much, and I'm gonna blend this out. We'll be right back. Well, I don't know if those two spots on my forehead are even gonna go away, so might just have to do concealer and just call it quit. Okay, and because I want these creases to kind of like, I want to, I was going to use this ColourPop highlighter, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to set my face. So we're going to go in with some Tarte Amazonian clay powder. Okay, and then should we do eyes or face first? Let's do eyeballs first because we don't know what we're doing. Actually, let's do our eyebrowsies first because that's going to be a little more straightforward than other things. Then we're going to take some pretty intense eyeshadow colors. Now, I know these are pretty fall-y, but they're also like summer sunset-y. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to just jump right in with, this is Paper Tiger from ColourPop. I'm going to put that in the crease. Now, I might not be following certain rules, certain makeup rules this time around, and that's okay with me. I want my eyes to still have like a nice flattering shape, but it's okay if we go a little crazier than we normally would. Now, I don't know how familiar you guys are with A Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. But that is a huge reason why I even know about this like festival thing. We're gonna take this like burgundy, rusty color. What are we gonna do with it? Let's put it a little bit outer V into the crease. Let's take it across the lid. As you can tell, I have a real good plan for this. So Shakespeare's show, A Midsummer Night's Dream, is like because of Midsummer's Eve. Like all the fairies come out and like there are different forces at play and stuff like that. So that's what makes it such a crazy night, is because there are like spells and like fairies and Oberon and Titania or Titania, however you pronounce it. Different people pronounce it differently, but Shakespeare dead, so we can't ask him, which is quite a shame. Quite a shame. Have any of you seen Austin Land? That's what that reminded me of. All right, and then I'm gonna take that same brush. It's just a fluffy brush. Gonna go in with this purple. And I'm gonna just kind of explode it on my outer corner. So it's gonna go above and below. And I'm just blending in circles towards my eye. See how it's going towards my eye? And there was another show I was watching. I don't remember what it was. But there's like a murder mystery or a kidnapping mystery or something that happens on Midsummer's Eve. Like a bunch of girls go out into the woods and disappear or something. Can't remember. Can't remember which show it was. Taking a flat brush with that rusted color and just gonna commit to it before I continue building up that purple even more. Now, we don't want this to look like Cleopatra, and we also don't want it to look like we're injured. But basically, it's going to be like an exploded, like, wing, if you will. Just keep building up. So, get it to look the way that you want it to. Now, I don't want it to look tidy like a cat eye. But I also don't want it to look messy like mud, if that makes sense. I want to find a good in-between. I'd have to go in and clean some of that up. Some of that got a little out of hand. Not so out of hand that we can't handle it. Handle it. Now, I definitely don't want to look like Native American, but wouldn't be mad about like gypsy-esque. You know what I'm saying? Okay, gonna take some of that purple, red, and yellow, all of them, under the eye. Definitely want the eyes to be dramatic. I'm gonna take this gold with my finger and just pat it on the center of the lid, maybe in the inner corner a teeny bit, but it's still got the rust color underneath. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of contour. I want this contour to kind of be chiselly. So I'm gonna take this here. Definitely want to look somewhat fierce. Like I said, this is on the darker side of the potential midsummer looks. This brown might be a little too warm, but I'm not mad about it. Blend that out. So we really have dynamic face shape happening. Okay, where's the cap for this? I'm not gonna do a crazy wing or anything, but I do want to put some black liner on the top, just a thin line. And I'm gonna tight line and do my water line. So this here is tight lining. Makes your lashes look thicker. I just feel like tight lining like closes off your eyes and gives them kind of like a sultry, like sneaky look. So that's what that's about. And then let's bronze. I feel like that'll really add a lot to this. This is just a Bare Minerals bronzer, especially since that foundation I was matched before I got any sunshine. So gonna warm it up a tad. Gonna take even just a little bit more bronzer in here. And then blush, I'm using Who Is Your Poppy from Too Faced, and I'm not being stingy about it. Highlighters next, and highlighter is one of those next. And I'm also not going to be stingy about this because it's Midsummer's Eve. Pixie dust this is the only time of the year you can find it, so so definitely not being stingy about that. Highlighter. Want a summery, glowy glow. And then, ooh, I need some of that highlighter on my brow bone. This is Wet n Wild. Before we do any accents, I really want to make sure this eyeshadow looks the way that I want it to. So I'm just going to be tidying this up a bit, making it look more intentional. Accents. This is what's really going to make the look. So we definitely need some freckles. Obviously, we got to do faux freckles. It's not only summer, it's like fairy-esque and like, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? But what I really want to do is do some kind of eye detail. Now, gold, like a triangle maybe? That's kind of fun. That one's not as sharp. Do you see this though? That's kind of neat. What if we attached it all the way to this corner? And you could really see it. Because it interrupts that purple. That's kind of neat. I'm using Chateau by ColourPop. Maybe we should find a way to have this be our freckles. is put it on the end of a brush. Oh yeah, buddy. Well, now we have two-tone freckles. That's fun. Because this lipstick is so dark, you gotta be really careful, but I'm really enjoying it. I've always really enjoyed this lipstick. Okay, so that's fun. And then I wanted to take this gold. It's a little splotchy, isn't it? That's not okay. That's better. I want to take this gold and draw just a line down the center of my lower lip. And then mascara. Don't touch your lips together until it's dry. Okay, so mascara on. I want to show you guys what I would do with my hair. So while waiting for the curling iron to heat up, it's done for the most part, but I just want to, it's been up all day, so I want to just give a little more life. Actually, this isn't bad, but I want to get that kink out of my hair. I obviously put a heat protectant in, had some stuff in from yesterday. Ooh, I'm stinky. Hot summer day. Do like a boho braid over here. Something not too tidy. Don't want to be tidy now. Now, I live in Colorado, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a population of hippies that did some sort of Midsummer's Eve celebratory something. But with all that it could mean, I don't know if I would participate. I don't have a hair tie. This is a problem. My husband's gonna freak out. He's gonna hate this. He might love it. I don't know. Chances of that are like a little slimmer, but. And you'd probably want to do something where you could hide the hair tie. Definitely pull on it. I want it to be as kind of rumpled as possible. And then I'm going to take my straightener or my curling iron, whoa, and kind of straighten through. Get that kink out from my ponytail. Just saying the style. I don't pay attention to the Mercury retrograde and crystals and that kind of stuff, but sometimes I'm attracted to the style. Now this gold line down the middle of my lip isn't gonna look awesome when I smile, but who knows if at a Midsummer's Eve celebration I'd be smiling much anyway. I've never been to one. I'm gonna take a little bit of pomade, just a little bit, to put in my ends to kind of break it up a little bit. You could use some mousse or gel, whatever basically you have. You don't have to do anything specific. Just kind of like a tussled, witchy, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like it's done. I'm not super satisfied with the way the freckles turned out, but they'd be different for everybody anyway. I think that's it. Of course, some like dangly gold earrings. I don't think we put enough highlighter on personally. I think we need to amp up that situation a lot. Now, the alternative look I was gonna do was gonna be kind of Gibson girl, pastel colors, really fresh skin. So it was gonna be quite the contrast to this. Oh, we've got lashes. I'm just destroying my bathroom. It was gonna be quite the contrast to this. And I wanted that. I wanted there to be kind of two different Midsummer's Eve perspectives, I guess. One a little bit more dark and the other a little bit more like, I think like traditional. I don't know the origins of Midsummer's Eve. I don't know why the holiday exists. I think nowadays it's more just like a fun thing. I don't necessarily think it's universally like a Wiccan holiday. I don't think everybody celebrates it like that. These are Accents Lashes by Ardell. Got them on Amazon. Accents. They're actually what I use on brides because they're 3/4 lashes. So if you're terrified of lashes, these would be a good choice for you because you don't have to trim them. They're really easy to apply, really easy to take off, but just add a nice little flare. Definitely what we need for this look. I bet gypsies have beautiful eyelashes. They've got those long flowing raven tresses that Anne Shirley was so envious of. Should we ask Paul to come in here and see his reaction? Hey, Paul. Come in here.
There's witching going on in here? Whoa.
Come in here. Show everyone your reaction. What do you think?
You're missing part of your lip.
Oh, it's artistic.
Oh?
What do you think?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah? What do you think about all this going on? Do I seem kind of mysterious and sultry and a little dark?
Yeah. Are the dots like a veil kind of thing?
Ooh, that's a good thought. They're supposed to be freckles.
Oh.
See, it didn't come off.
I think it'd look different with the dots.
Without the dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should have
The lips are cool.
foregone the freckles. You like the lips?
I like the lips and the gold.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry.
It's not going anywhere. We have our church small group tonight, so who knows how that will go. What do you think of the entire look?
Kind of unkempt but cool.
Yeah, perfect! Does it feel a little gypsy-y?
Yeah. You need some more things in your hair though.
Oh! Brilliant. Okay, so if you were to do this, let's say for like Halloween this coming year, you could put a bunch of stuff in your hair. They don't have a lot of jewelry in possession, so that's kind of why I also didn't have time to think about that.
They got leaves though.
Gold leaves?
No, just like foliage.
Just foliage. That would have been good for like the Gibson Girl pastel one. Thanks, the door just farted. Thanks for your opinion. What a guy. Thanks for joining me. I hope this was fun. Yeah, definitely you can use this as a Halloween look, but also if you have like festivals or whatever, I think it'd be really fun. And these are all things I just had. Thanks for joining me. Keep it real. If you don't want to do anything crazy like this, don't. I wanted to. Keep it real.